Hello, today I want to show you how you can fix the the hybrid battery of Prius 2006. My battery was not working fine. It gave me an error on the and a warning, and then I took it to the dealership. They said that the battery is bad. You basically can find out if the battery is bad just by taking it, either checking it yourself or taking it to the AutoZone. They will tell you if the battery is good or not. But I took it actually to the dealership. They told me which cell was the bad cell, but actually that didn't help me because I did not know how to count the cells. So I'm going to show you how you can actually find out if the cell is bad and how you can fix it. I'm making this video after I actually opened my battery, and I'm showing you what are the steps to open the battery and check which cell is bad and take out the cell and replace it. I got a cell online from Amazon for about $40, and I ordered it because I knew previously that it is bad. But if you don't know if your battery is bad, you can open it first, check which cell is bad, and then order one with the same specification. Just make sure if you're ordering one, get one for that is compatible with your battery. There are different generation of batteries. Mine was generation 2, which is Prius 2006, and you just make sure that you're getting the right one. So the steps for opening, I actually have opened it. I'm just telling you how to open it. You have to pretty much open all the bolts and nuts around it and take the pieces. So the first piece, okay, so one thing is, before you open it, you need to make sure that you are safe. This battery is almost 240. I actually measured, mine was 214. Maybe it was because not fully charged, 214 volts, and that can electrocute you. But there is a safety built in it, and this is the safety plug. You basically take it up here and then take it out. So once you take it out, it is disconnected inside and you're safe. But it's still for safety. I'm going to tell you some steps to make sure that you do not electrocute yourself. So you just put it away. Open the parts like you open the bolts all around here, and take this part out. And there are more bolts all around it that you need to take out. To take this one out, and there is one piece on the back side that you need to open the bolts and take it out. After that, it is actually, because I have opened it, maybe a little bit easier to open it now that you're seeing. But the next thing that you need to do is to take these parts out and check the voltage on the battery. These batteries, so you just open it from here, either with screwdriver or something, to take this black part out. And then one thing you need to do, you need to know, is that these batteries are connected in series. Basically this negative over here is the negative that is connected all the way to the end. And they're connected back to back. You see, here is the negative, here is the positive. Positive of this one is connected to the negative, and then to the positive, and all the way to the end. So you get the negative of your battery from here, and the positive of the battery from the very last one that is over here. So that is how, like, the negative and positive of the battery is connected. But in order to be safe, you just need to open these bolts and take off this orange part. And this way, when you are disconnecting these batteries are separate, and then you can check which battery is not working fine. Otherwise, they are kind of connected. So if you check it from here, so from here to here, it is added up, and then it is hard to follow what is the voltage of each one of them. So what I did, I opened each bolts over here, and I took this whole part out. That's what I did. So made sure that they are disconnected. Just do it gently, not to break anything. And then you basically do not need to, at this point, do not need to take the other part out, but you can take both parts out. The reason is that when it is disconnected from here, it doesn't matter if it is connected on the back side. So the next thing you need to do is to check the voltage of each battery. You need to make sure that you know how to work with the voltmeter. So what I did is I put it on the voltage. So, and then first thing I check always is I put it on the resistance, and then I connect these two together to see if it is reading 0. Yes, it is reading 0, it is working fine. I put it on the voltage, and then I read the voltage. So what I do is that I connect one side of it to the positive or negative, doesn't matter, and then the other part to the other side, because now let me do it the other direction. So this is positive, I connected to the red. This is negative, I connected to the black, and then you would see that I'm reading 5.53. And if I connect it to the next one, 7.53. So if I connect it to the next one, I'm reading 7.61. So if I connect it to the next one, I see that it is 7.65. And then I'm checking every one of them. All of them come out as like 7.6 or so. I took note of all of them. What I did, I actually took note of all of them all the way. So I started basically from cell 28. Cells are basically named from top to bottom. So from here, it is these two are basically cell 1, then cell 2, cell 3, all the way to cell number 14. So what I did was I actually started from the very bottom. So I wrote what is the voltage. So 753, 62, 65, 64, 66, 67. So all of them were almost the same, all the way to where I got to cell number 8, which is these two cells connected to each other, which was reading 6.38. That was matching what they told me. They told me it is cell 8 of your battery is not good, but they never told me which one of them is not good. So what I'm showing over here to you is that it really does not matter if they tell you which cell is good or not. You can actually go and find out which one is not reading the voltage that was expected. Actually, when I ordered my my cell, they were saying that it is going to be like 7.6, and then when I got it, I actually checked the voltage on that one, and that was reading 7.6 as well. So the next step is how to disconnect the whole thing, and how to. So we located that. So I was able to. So I went all the way to this one. They were all reading the same. So you see, I am connecting. I'm reading on this. It is just still reading 6.38, which is the only one that is different from the rest of them. So I have to take this one out. So I have marked it over here that I want to take it out. But it is a little bit tricky when you're taking your battery out. There are small parts that are connected like this one. You have to make sure that you're not breaking it. And they're all underneath it. It is also connected. Some small sockets are connected, so make sure that you gently move them and you take a careful look on the back side when you're taking it out. The other part is now we want to see how we should take this part out. So first thing I do, I open the bolts on these the same as I did it over there, and I take it out here. You know, as I told you, I'm making this video afterwards, so they're already open, so I'm just taking it out. So that is this part. So this part is disconnected, that part is disconnected. This part, is black part, is actually where the plug was connected, and that was telling you that it is like it is disconnecting it from here so that it is not in series anymore and you won't get electrocuted. So the next thing is actually you have to open these. So this is the rack that is holding the whole battery set. You need to make sure that you open this one. You actually do not need to take this one out unless, I don't know, it is the very last one. It was very hard for me to open it, and I was lucky it was in the middle. So you need to make sure that your wrench can open that one as well. So I opened it, and then it is a little bit tricky. You basically have to bring it up a little bit, because if you don't take it up, it is not going to get off. So I opened this one and this one, and then I basically took it up and then opened it. So then I opened it, and as I told you, underneath these, they're all having like some small connections. You can actually look underneath and see, or you can actually feel it with your hand. So the next step is I'm actually trying to loosen these so they get loosened, and then once it is loosened, I mean, I'm not gonna take all of them out. I'm just gonna go all the way to get to the one that was bad. So this is the one that was bad, and I'm gonna take it out. So I take the bad one. Here is my new cell. You just make sure that when you are taking the bad one out, here was the positive, you put the positive there, you don't put it like this, the negative. So make sure that the positive is replaced in the right position. So I'm going to put it back, and then before I connect it, I'm actually going to read the voltage one more time, making sure that this is now 7.6. so this was the new one. Let me read the voltage on it. So it is 7.58, almost the same. Okay, so now these are kind of like you need to make sure that they are placed in the right position. It is a little bit tricky. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is that all these cells have are bolted to this rack underneath. If I take this one out, I can tell you that there is one that is basically connected here, so you need to open these from the bottom side. So every other one is actually bolted on this one, and then it is bolted to the second one is bolted to the other part of it. So you need to open the bolts underneath. I forgot to tell you that one. So you need to open the bolts underneath it, very gently work with it. This is very sensitive. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to put them all together, put it back together. As I told you, these are made in a way that when they are placed in the right position, they're not going to move. Okay. So, and I'm going to put back the connection over here. You can put the connection first, or you can put the connection at the end. But now it is the time to go and put the bolts back. Okay, I put the battery, I put the cells together. One important note is that because there may be a small distance between these, it is hard to start it from the bottom. It is basically best to put these four bolts over here and then push it all the way so that this is actually fixing and they are going to their place, and then it is easier than to go underneath and fix the bolts underneath it. Now the next step is actually connecting the batteries 2x2 using this orange plastic. So these two are connected, these two are connected, these two are connected, and the reverse is on the other side, so that they are all in series. Okay, so now we're done with putting all the bolts back in, and now we have to just put the cover in on top of it. So just make sure that you put it properly, and then I put the next one underneath it, just next to it. Okay. Next step is to put these connections back. I guess it is just for connecting if there is any overflow of the acid. It is not on your car, so it is not very hard actually to put it back in. I forgot at the beginning to tell you that this was connected, and I took it out. And taking it out, it's just simple as just pulling it up. Okay, so we put this part back in. As I told you, it is not very hard to take it out. You just pull it up like this all the way down. So we put it back like this, and it is and just make sure that all of them are connected. And now the last step is to put the whole cover on top of it and bolts and put the bolts and nuts. Okay, now I just put the cover back and all the bolts and nuts. The only thing I wanted to tell you is that you basically really do not need to put this part back now, because now you have to put it in your car and then connect it. So I just put it there to show you that it is nothing secret. We just put the cover back and bolt the nuts on it. Okay, I hope you can fix your car. Have a great day. Thank you.